Strangely, they have thrived for nearly 1,000 years. How have they been reproducing without men? Every year, the tribe holds a demon hunting ritual. They refer to men as demons. A demon hunt. It's about picking girls, HETNF. They send them out to find strong young men. Once pregnant, they quietly return to the tribe. Before that, the tribal queen trains the girls, teaching them unique skills on how to please men to achieve their goals as quickly as possible. Before we go, she conducts assessments for the girls. Only those who pass are eligible to go outside to finish the ride with men and come back here as good moms after pregnancy. The queen has a daughter named Sombo, who is also among the candidates this time. She has high hopes for her daughter, hoping she will soon take her place and become the new queen of the tribe. But Sombo is reserved and feels unworthy of the task. She thinks her friend Kara leads better. She prefers to focus on medicine and healing. One day, while herbs were gathered, a snake bit her. Kara, in anger, wanted to kill the snake, but Sombo hurriedly stopped her. Because the tribe has strict rules to obey the natural laws for long-term survival, no tribe member may kill. If Kara kills the snake, she would face a death sentence in the tribe. Soon, the day of training arrived. With the command from the queen, the girls jumped into the river for the ritual, but Sombo often got distracted during training. She had dreamt of a demon the night before. Strangely, the demon was not as described by people. It was not scary at all. In fact, quite handsome. She told Kara about it. Both were eager to see the real demon. That morning, the two went to the back mountain for herbs, but they found many sparrow carcasses there. They were instantly scared. Because killing is not allowed in the tribe, they immediately reported this to the queen. The queen quickly held a repentance ceremony. When the ceremony started, her body started to convulse uncontrollably. Then she mumbled, "If the killer does not come forward, the entire tribe will suffer. That person will be covered in sores." She spoke. The girl looked horrified. She screamed loudly in fright. There's no doubt it was her doing. When the queen was about to punish, her mother stepped forward as well. She shared the reason. It turns out there was a tribal rule. All adult women must undergo a menstrual test. If an adult woman does not menstruate, she'll be cast out. This mother disguised her daughter's blood, used Sparrow's blood for cover. Now their secret has been exposed. The moon goddess verdict awaits them. The moon goddess' so-called judgment is to bind the punished in the valley, waiting for the moon goddess' judgment. If they survive till the next day, it means the goddess forgives them. Otherwise, it means they're lost. The next day, the people of the tribe came to check, only to find them gone. All that remained were 2 pools of blood. They thought the moon goddess had not forgiven them. Little did they know, a hidden secret lies beneath. To verify if the girls were virgins, they are forced to lie on the table. Each one faces the teacher's check. Only passers can join the hunt. Go out to find a man for the task. It turns out this is an isolated tribe. All those who survived are women. Every few years, the tribe's queen holds a hunting ceremony, selecting eligible adult women, teaching them skills to please men. Return with the girls born here to keep their tribe alive. The queen's daughter, Sombo, is also in this selection. She urges her daughter to pass the test to someday replace her as queen. Otherwise, the entire tribe faces destruction. Although Sombo doesn't understand why, she agrees to her mother to help her through tough times. Her friend Kara joins the selection too. They must practice their dance every night to keep their ideal shape, bathing 3 times a day to keep their skin smooth and delicate, which means the characteristics of men, and teaches them how to engage with them. The participants must remember this. Sombo, overwhelmed by stress. Sometimes she vomits during training. She fears failing and letting mom down, bringing disaster to her tribe. Thankfully, her friend Kara comforted her. In a flash, the test day came. The first step was for the teacher to check their special areas. Only those who met the requirements would be kept. Next, some would be eliminated for not meeting the standards. This meant she'd be a laborer from now on. Overly nervous, Sombo threw up again. Her friend Kara successfully passed the assessment, but when it was Sombo's turn, the teacher suddenly looked tense. Just then, the queen approached, interrupting her, then gave her a look. The teacher feared the queen. She had to say Sombo passed the test. So they reached the second part. The assessors gave each of them a handful of red beans. They were told to hide them in their clothes, then to pass several tests. First was a 5-kilometer trail. Many girls barely ran a few steps, and the red beans fell out of their clothes. This meant they were eliminated. Only completers could move to stair climbing. All were tough moves. With each event, people kept getting out. Fortunately, with Kara's help, Sombo passed the exam safely. Now there's just the final challenge. That is to have the girls show their flirtation skills. The more charming one's moves are, the more likely she will pass the exam. When it was Sombo's turn, her clumsy moves made everyone laugh. Just when everyone thought she would be eliminated, the image of the man from her dreams, she couldn't help but hug him and express her feelings deeply. And just like that, she passed the exam. At the moment outside the valley, a handsome man was celebrating with his colleagues. They planned to build a railway here, and this man looked just like Sombo, the same man she saw in her dreams. Just then, an elder spoke up. Above this valley, Behind a smoke-filled barrier, there's a mysterious tribe of women who look like celestial fairies. I was blinded before I saw them. That's why I lost my sight. The man and his colleagues didn't believe it, thinking the elders spoke of an ancient legend. Little did they know, it was all true. It was about to face an unprecedented disaster. This is an exclusive women's hidden village. It turns out the queen carefully selects beautiful girls each year to have them go out and mate with men. After getting pregnant, they run back. They have girls to keep the village alive. If a boy is born, it signifies a curse. The queen orders them tossed into the river. Women who give birth to boys are also punished. They become slaves, doing hard labor. If a girl is born, the mother is granted great honor. The girls undergo strict selection. Only those who are healthy and robust are chosen. This ensures they can conceive easily. To ensure they return, the teacher instills the idea that men are evil. She says men seem just like them, but are actually wicked and sly. They only love women, seeing them as mere toys. Thus, they're told that if they feel nauseous, it means they're pregnant. They must hurry back to give birth. Finally, they pass through all selections, and 6 women are chosen. They will obey the teachings to fulfill their duty. The guardians take them to the edge of the barrier. They're advised to select strong, healthy men. They rush back once there's a sign. Then each of them was given a turmeric key, which is what outsiders call gold. If the key is lost, they can't return here. Sombo placed the key in the fog. The fog clears in a flash. A hidden exit appeared. The girls followed the guardian into the outside world. They brought the plans. They first reached the site in the task, the place where they would settle next. After exchanging signals, the men and women quickly welcomed them. They prepared not only food, but also provided them with clothes worn by women outside. They got ready to hunt at the market. When they arrived, they found people eating meat, not used to killing. They screamed in shock. In the chaos, one woman's key fell to the ground. The girls ran back to their shelter. They soothed each other to calm down. The next day, they dressed up carefully. They stepped out confidently to hunt. They looked like fairies descending to earth. Soon, they encountered a group of men. One sister took the initiative to approach them, hoping to quickly complete the queen's mission and return home. The others scrambled for their own catches. At that moment, Songbo suddenly realized her key was missing. She rushed to search without saying a word. The unaware friends were still brewing their moves. She prepares to choose a strong man, unconsciously practicing her tea-making moves, suddenly turning around, only to find Songbo had vanished. Hera's first reaction is to look for her. Meanwhile, a man in white is staring at her. Meanwhile, Songbo is searching for her keys when she unexpectedly encounters a devil from her dreams. She can't believe how handsome the man is. After a careful look, she gets to the point. Learning from her friends, she shows off her tea skills. But despite Songbo's efforts, the man remains unimpressed. Unbeknownst to her, he's an honorable man. Seeing this, Songbo goes straight to the point. She declares she wants to have a child with him, claims it's from the moon goddess. The man finds this quite laughable. He thinks she's out of her mind. He tricks her to wait by a tree. Songbo believes him. Little does she know, she waits all day. Kara finally finds her. She tells Songbo to find a man fast. Afterward, they'll go back with her key. But the man in white sees the scene. He schemes about the golden keys. The one Songbo lost is also in his hands. Back to the resting spot. There are 6 sisters who came on this trip. 4 of the sisters have already found men. They believe they will soon return home pregnant. Only Songbo and Kara came back empty. Songbo is obsessed with the man from her dreams, too eager and simple to serve her mission. She directly proposed to have a child when she saw the man. The man thought she was crazy. He refused to grant her unreasonable request. She should just find another man. The urgent task is to finish and go home. Soon, Kara also had success. That day, she met Little Bai in the woods. She saw he was fit and strong. He's a fine father choice. Little Bai acted very confused. He had never seen a girl so proactive. That night, the two finished the rite. But Little Bai proved untrustworthy. After getting a taste, he thought of stealing the golden key. He stole it while Kara was asleep. A month passed in the blink of an eye. The 4 girls who came with her were all successfully pregnant. They prepared to return home in a few days. Kara cast an envious glance because her belly showed no sign of change. I am not pregnant yet. The worst among them is Songbo. She hasn't found a man for the ritual yet. She waits under the tree for her dream guy. Finally, the man appeared that night. Songbo thought the man was there to fulfill his promise. Faced with the stunning woman before him, the man was indeed moved, but he rejected her once again. To him, everything must be based on feelings. But Songbo, raised in the women's kingdom, what does she understand of love? He advised Songbo to love herself, but Songbo insisted on having his child. Mr. Chan was speechless. He said he'd take her home. Songbo replied her home is in the valley, in a village wrapped in mist. Mr. Chan was startled by this, because her account matched the old man's from that night. Just as he was about to ask more, his workers rushed in a panic. They said his foreign colleague was missing. It happened just last night. A coworker went to the mist sedge to scout because the railway was to pass through there.